Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kayla. I'm a certified clinical medical assistant, and I got my certification back in 2022. I'm a lover of all things healthcare. So today I had an idea, so I decided to share 5 of the biggest myths of being a medical assistant. So yeah, if you've ever wondered or thinking about going into the program to become a medical assistant, but you're not too sure, definitely watch this video all the way to the end. Okay, so the first myth and the biggest myth is that medical assistants only do clerical work. And what I mean by clerical work is paperwork. So checking in patients, filling out paperwork, things like that aren't things we really deal with. Obviously it's part of the job, but it's not the majority of the job. So of course we schedule appointments, we answer phones and manage patient records, but that's not the only part of the job. So we also do the front line of patient care, taking vitals, drawing blood, administering medications, injections, and we even assist in minor procedures. And those are just a bit of the clinical responsibilities that we are in charge of. Second biggest myth is that you don't need specialized training. You actually need national certification to become a medical assistant, especially working in big corporations and facilities like hospitals and urgent cares. So some people think you can just walk into this job with zero experience, and that's definitely not the case for most medical assistants. You have to complete training programs or certificates like CCMA with NHA, or I believe the other one is AAMA. Myth number 3. So this is a big one. People love to say that medical assistants are just junior nurses or the same thing as a nurse. I want to preface this by saying that medical assistants and anyone that does either vocational nursing or nursing in general are two separate, completely separate roles. A medical assistant and a nurse do different training programs. Obviously their roles in the hospital may be similar to an outsider's perspective, but their scope of practice is completely different. So nurses usually focus on the direct patient care in hospitals, and they require much more advanced licensure like RN or LVN. And medical assistants mostly work in outpatient settings. So we juggle the administrative and the clinical tasks. So we're somewhat of a front office and patient care combination, if that makes sense. Myth number 4, it's low paying and a dead end job. So this one does get under my skin a bit. So yes, the starting salary is a bit modest, but that's considering that you're coming right out of school. It's your first medical assistant job, so obviously the pay is going to be a bit modest, but the potential for growth is huge. With full pay transparency, I started at $15.25 an hour, and I am now at almost $25 an hour, and that's a difference of a couple years. So you can choose a specialty. So you can apply to dermatology, pediatrics, cardiology, or even more advanced roles like office management and medical coding. Many medical assistants like me use this role as a stepping stone to become something bigger, like a nurse or a physician assistant. The sky's the limit, and this is only a job. This isn't the only job you can use for patient care hours if you're trying to become a nurse or a physician assistant, but this is definitely one that could end up as a career if you take it that far. And the last myth is that it's all routine and boring. So let's talk about that idea of becoming a medical assistant and it being boring. Spoiler alert, it's not. I've worked in different fields and it's always different. It's never the same thing over and over. You're always going to have something different. Every day brings something new. Different patients, unique cases, unexpected challenges throughout the day. It's never dull, and it's what keeps me going, and it keeps me passionate about healthcare, because you're never going to have the same patient. Even if you go to family practice where you'll most of the time get physicals, each physical with each patient has different concerns. So everything is different and it's not going to become a routine. All right, guys. So those were the 5 biggest myths that I could think of from my experience about medical assistants. And we busted all 5 of them. So if you're thinking about joining the medical field or healthcare field, same difference, or just curious about what we do, I hope this video gave you some insight on what we do. But also like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to drop a comment if this was useful. If you have any questions, feel free to drop it in the comments. That way I can go ahead and answer those questions for you. So yeah, if you have any video ideas that you'd like me to do, just leave them in the comment. I know I'm very bad about posting videos, but I try to do it at least 1 time a year. No, I'm kidding. I will actually try to post more often from now on, now that I have more time on my hands. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.